Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
I don't know about how anybody else is feeling, but I was just chatting to Jeremiah at SAAA and saying, I am so glad April is almost done. I kind of feel like I've been run ragged this month, and I don't know if anyone else is feeling the same way. I've been desperately pleading to my family and to my friends, saying I just can't wait for May for routine to come back, because my son had 3.5 weeks of private school holidays, and then the moment he went back, the government school holidays went back, and everybody doesn't seem to be anywhere where they're supposed to be. Everything to get done has been a challenge. And every time we look around, it's another holiday or another this or another that. To our Muslim friends, I hope that Ramadan is going well for you, and that you are celebrating and you are getting through the holy month. It has just been a bit of a month, April, and that has just been a bit of a fun time. So, can you believe that Saturday is May? As much as I'm wanting May to come, because I kind of feel that life will settle a little bit again, I am still in a state of shock that we are a third of the way through the year already, okay? And we're still trying to find our feet. So just a welcome. I see that PE is a bit chilly. Sanette, I am looking forward to some very cold weather tomorrow here in the Midlands. I believe our max tomorrow in Pietermaritzburg is going to be 14 degrees tomorrow. But we've got 30 degrees today. So as I said, everything is topsy-turvy, upside down, and we will survive. Okay, so it's fantastic to see everybody online. It feels like ages since I've actually chatted to the SAAA crowd and the cyber crowd and everybody else that's here. So welcome. Thank you for being with me this morning. And I hope that we have an interesting chat. Okay. I almost feel like the MCLUs are sort of like my bi-monthly check-in. How are you doing? How's everybody? Lynette, you're having a lovely day in Durban. Wait until tomorrow. Although Durban, I don't know, you guys are so stable down there. I mean, you're only 80 k's away from where I am at the moment, and your weather stays stable, and my weather's all over the place. So welcome. I hope that you have had, that you're surviving school holidays, wherever your school holidays may have been. I hope you've had a good long weekend, if you managed to have a long weekend, although I do know my crowd is accountants, so what is that thing? I think most of us just took it as a quieter weekend to catch up on admin. And I hope you're all healthy, safe, and doing well. So on that note, by the way, the way that I'm feeling is the reason my camera is off. I think I'm dangerous for public consumption right now. I'll rather just stick to my photo in my bio today. As I joked and said that I'd rather you look at that picture than what I look like right now this morning. It's been a crazy week. This is who I am on the other side. This is about me, although I don't really recognize a person some days. You just basically keep on going and put your head down and keep moving forward. I think, as accountants, we are curiously, slightly ADHD and sort of like, look, where's the squirrel? The more I speak to accountants, the more I speak to practitioners, the more I realize that we are continually needing to be challenged. We're continually needing to be stimulated and to have new ideas and new projects and new thoughts. And when you all put it down and you look back as to what you've achieved, it is quite interesting. Okay. So enough about all of that. I hope you've all settled. I've given you all time to get to your desks, grab your coffee, figure out that you haven't missed too much before you settled in, because we've had people sort of coming in. I kind of had this mental image of standing at the podium at the lectern at the front of a hall, and I can see you all straggling in, grabbing a cup of coffee, grabbing a croissant, finding a place to sit, and getting comfortable as we start chatting. Okay. We have our usual suspects in terms of the course outline. when Letty and I, we've sort of set up the structure. Well, I should thank Letty for setting up the structure. I'm not very good at colouring in the lines, I think much to everybody's frustration. I look at this and say, okay, well, we're basically needing to do a little bit of accounting, auditing, secretarial, various laws, tax laws. Again, those of you that have come to my sessions know very well that I'm not a tax specialist. I do not claim to be a tax specialist. I really do believe that we need to stay in our lanes. The way the world is going at the moment is that you cannot be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You need to choose your area of speciality, your niche market. And in doing so, some things have to give. For me, that was always tax. I'm far more interested in your ethics and far more interested in financial accounting and law. And tax never balanced, so it's always irritated me, just as an aside. Having said that, I do have a backup plan. Where you focus on your strengths and find somebody else to help you with your weaknesses. So I lean very heavily on my tax associate who works with me, my tax partner, Caryn Maitland. And what I do when I rock up to do the MCLUs is I bring her figuratively along with me. So what you will have from the tax update side is the newsletters that my practice, we put out monthly to our clients. And it is a summary of case law. It's a summary of whatever you're needing to know. And because I wasn't around for the March update, and that was Letty's baby, I just include our March newsletter as well. Desiree, they will be part of your, where the slides are, okay, and where your additional resources are. I have made them available to SAAA, to be made available to you, and you will be able to download them from your normal spots, and I'm sure SAAA will answer that question more directly in a bit. Okay, and I will, when we get there, I will play around with the platform, and I've got them queued up in the background just to go and have a glance through them so that you can see what they look like, see what's in them, and I'll take you through them with that. So Carmen likes to show the latest case law, likes to show what's interesting. I know at the moment her two big heads up is always exchange control. She's saying that if you're dealing with international tax planning, there are a few hiccups for you to work through at the moment. Rental income, I did see there were some issues around rental income as well. And her comment about SARS spending 3 billion rand on IT in the background is definitely being money well spent in their minds. And we're starting to feel the impact of that in terms of their risk engine and in terms of the analysis of the information that they're receiving coming through. And in various different places, I'm starting to see that as well. So yeah, we're in for an interesting ride, as always. Okay. I've got some interesting things that I focus on. When I look for a quote, I always try and find a quote that has a theme for my session for the day. My session is going to definitely be around quality management today. And I'll explain that as we get there later. And I am kind of abusing my opportunity here of having a captive audience because we need to get a message out to the practitioners, and it's not just the auditors. It's everybody that runs a practice. Okay, quality management is the beast that we have to tackle and slay over the next 18 months. And I really need to start ringing this bell for everybody to start thinking about it and what it means for us. And so I always try and find a quote that sort of has a theme for my session. And I really enjoyed this one by Robert Noyce, where he was saying, if ethics are poor at the top, that behavior is copied down throughout the organization. Another way of saying this is your organization will always reflect what you tolerate. Okay. And this is very much where we are going with quality management. We really want the opposite. We want to have good ethics that are copied down through it. We want to have role modeling. We want to create a good atmosphere and a good environment. But I do feel that we need to start talking about.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.